You all look beautiful this evening. Thank you. I had to do a little reenactment of the last touchdown I had the other day. Man, I am totally honored to be here, standing here before you all. And it is truly a blessing. I give God all the glory and all the praises. Without God in my life, I know none of this could be true. And right after God is my mother. Without her, none of this is impossible for me to stand here before you. I know she probably remember I was 13 years old when I came to her and told her that I didn't want to go to the next city and play for that rival school. I'm not going to say the name of it because my wife actually went to that school. But I was 13 years old, and I came to her and I said, Mom, I don't want to go to that school. We had just moved to the city over, and I really thank God for my mom's bravery, her courage, her wisdom. She allowed her son to leave the nest. And today I stand here before you to say, Mom, you and I are UCF 22 Athletic Hall of Famers. Without that choice, Mom, without that decision, I don't know where I would be. And I thank you. I truly thank you for that. Truly thank you for that. Coach O'Leary. Coach O'Leary. It's funny, I'm calling you Coach. You're more like a pops, a dad to me, you know. When I first met you, Coach, you blew me. You blew me away. You were that disciplinary guy that I was missing in my life. You were that coach that stood for what you believe. You know, you said things and you did what you wanted to do. And I was pretty much that type of guy. You know, when they kick the ball to me, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm not running that play, Coach. But, and it paid off. You know, I enjoyed it. I thank you for the opportunity, Coach. I thank you for selecting me. I didn't have many recruits coming out of high school, UCF, Florida. And actually, UCF was the only offer I had. A lot of schools showed interest, but UCF was the only offer I had. And that didn't make my decision to come to UCF, but when I did come to UCF, I was a McDonald All-American basketball player. I came to George O'Leary the first day, and I said, Coach, I really want to play basketball. And I think I came in the room with a former Hall of Famer, Jermaine Taylor. And Coach was like, son, if you become a starter, then I'll allow you to play basketball. So, of course, I became a starter. I became a McDonald All-American, or an All-American my freshman year, and I came back to George O'Leary, and I said, Coach, hey, I'm that starter. And I don't know if he remembered this, but he said, I'm sorry, son, I need you in the weight room. So that was the end of my basketball career. Thanks, Coach. That was the end for me. Congratulations to all the past and present UCF Hall of Famers. I stand here today understanding what it takes to truly be an elite UCF athlete, student athlete, Hall of Famer. And like I said before, I am blessed to be amongst you all. Congratulations to all of you inducted tonight. This means everything to me. When I got that call, you guys, I kind of knew it. I was bittersweet when my friend Jermaine Taylor, Kevin Smith, George O'Leary, when those guys were inducted before me, I was like, man, are you kidding me? It was 29. True story. It was 2019, and I thought it would be so special to be inducted. I'm number 19, it's 2019, but unfortunately, when I showed up that year, I had a vest on, I had my Harley gear on, and I'm like, I'm going just like this. I'm smoking Joe. I was just like O'Leary. I'm doing what I want. I'm going to show up with whatever I had on. And but I was bittersweet, but I was also excited to know that, my time was surely coming soon enough. And like I say, I am thankful. If you watch that video, you guys don't know how much I watch myself repeatedly. Only because I left everything in me on the field. everything in me, every ounce of me, I left it on the field. You know, I was one of those nights that, like Coach say, you're either good or you're courageous. And I really believe I was one of those courageous players. Before coming to UCF, you know, I kept my head down, my mouth closed, and I worked. For me, it was almost like that's all I could do, you know. It was either work or get in trouble with mom, and I didn't want that. So I continued to work. So when I got here at UCF, I overheard a conversation. It was a group of people talking, and they were talking about different schools. And they said UCF stood for You Can't Finish. So I thought to myself, I was like, wait a minute. I just got to this school, I signed here, and this is the atmosphere, this is the mindset of what's going on. You can't finish? There's no way. So instead of me getting involved in that conversation and probably going, you know, left a little bit, I kept my head down, I kept my mouth closed, and I worked, and I worked, and I worked, and I worked. And I stand here before you to say, as a student athlete, even though it was only one semester, I graduated with honors. So you can finish. And as an athlete, I truly can say, not only can you finish, you can finish at the elite level, and that's 2022 UCF Athletics Hall of Famer Joe Burnett, smoking Joe Burnett. Short and sweet. Coach called me on the phone. He said KISS, and I was kind of like, what is that? Keep it simple, stupid. Or how'd it go, Coach? Help me out. Thank you. Coach say you did good. But Smoking Joe Burnett, I appreciate you all. Thanks for the support over the years. Anytime you guys need me, anything I can do, I'm 45 minutes away. I can be here in no time. You know, I love dressing up, putting the uniform on as I did the other day. Eric in that department. I love being here. I love you all. Carlos, good job. Everyone that was involved on this evening, great job. Smoking Joe Burnett, 22 Hall of Fame. Thank you all.